Vice review. Action. What's going on, moviegoers all over the world? My name is Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady, and
this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. And it is that time of year. Happy holidays from the Alamo City Movie Talk to every single one of our viewers out there, guys. Thank you for clicking that play button. And you know what else? This is our review of Vice. Alrighty, guys, and this was pretty intense film, I will say. And so we're going to just break down what the story is pretty much about. It's about Dick Cheney, the VP of George W. Bush, the son, and pretty much how he became into power. I mean, this just shows so much light into the era of where Dick Cheney all started, of his lifestyles, of the major lifestyles that he went through throughout his life. And I loved it because it was centered around him. And yeah, so I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and start the review, right? So what I did love about this movie was it was actually made by the same director, Adam McKay, which we did love. Did you like the Big Short?
yeah, I like the
so
style.
like
it's very the same style.
yeah.
So like all those like innuendos of explaining things
Yeah.
that we may not completely understand, which is politics. Not a lot of people really truly understand like all the lingo and the linguistics and everything. So I think it was pretty cool. But it's the exact same style of, you know, the Big Short.
Yeah.
So if you're a fan of it, then I would recommend it.
Yeah, and then so I did say that the same formula, guys, and it's just I loved it so much because I love the Big Short. Like I really did love the story. I love the way Adam McKay really told the story using celebrity stars in this. Obviously, he didn't do it with this one, guys. Sorry about that, but what I did love so much about it was the storytelling and so much information given at you, thrown at you, and then explained in a certain way, and then thrown at you again, and then explained a certain way to figure out, to help the audience not lose track of the audience, and to keep them, I don't want to say keep them interested, because from the get-go, from this movie was announced, I was interested, and Vice really did show so much of an Oscar-worthy and an Oscar-contending of a feel, and so, I mean, I'm going to say that Christian Bale was phenomenal in this movie. Man, like, just the way he was talking, like, I'm trying to do, like, I was just like...
Not only did he alter the way he looked at, I think you told me that he gained weight for this role, and you could tell, like, he really did major changes. And that alone is actually pretty... It speaks a lot to, like, how serious he takes these roles, but also the way, like, I think the mannerisms, like you said, he changed the way he talked. He became the character.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Which was really cool to see, like, from start to finish, like, how he... And not only that, but in the movie itself, you see how his character develops throughout the years of, you know, not only being, like, in, like, politics, you know, I think he was, like... He had mentioned he was Secretary of Defense and he was Chief of Staff.
Yes.
So and then he became, you know, VP under George W. Bush. So you kind of see how he develops.
How he became known to our government, how he was known through the officials. And what I did love about this movie also was, of course, we did get co-starring with Christian Bale was Amy Adams, and which she did phenomenal too. I mean,
she does hands down solid work. I have never ever had anything bad to say about Amy Adams. I think she's a very great actress. Yeah. She always the same thing. She changes their role. She never does anything the same, and it turns out great. I think her chemistry with Christian Bale was really
on
good
point. I am going to say that too. I mean, Adam McKay, like the way he's always used that same formula, and I loved it so much because he wrote and directed this movie. I felt this movie though was more directed than The Big Short, if that makes any sense. I really feel like this film was really, like, he took charge of it, and he would point us in the right direction, and he wasn't throwing us, like, little hints, or, like, little side stories and everything, but he gave us one big story, a lot of information into this one huge story. And let me go ahead and go on to another actor, of course, with Sam Rockwell, which he just got done winning an Oscar, by the way, last year.
For
For Three Billboards, which he was phenomenal, amazing in, and then another one he just knows how to play that how do you say it, like, just that douchebagness, like he just I don't know, like he just has that natural like it's just the roles that he takes. I'm just like, man, he just pulls them off so well, and like he knows how to act like a certain way.
He knows how to act, and I feel like his roles can kind of somewhat be a little similar, but I feel he does it very well, and he brings that
they're
same
similar,
magic
but they're very different. I feel like,
but it's still the same
different
kind of style. I feel like it's not something very polar. Like like you said, he has a certain I wouldn't necessarily call it douchebag.
Nah, he's just a
I think he has that
3 billboards, he was a douchebag. So, but that was awesome. But
regardless, I think he's done a great job in his previous films. 3 Billboards was awesome. I think he does a fabulous job in this film, playing George W. Bush. Again,
and this film is already nominated for 6 Golden Globes, by the way, guys. As of right now, 6 Golden Globes. And I mean, this film better get nominated in the Oscars. That's all I'm saying. And it's funny too, because everyone's already expecting this movie to be an Oscar-worthy film. I love the trailers so much when they first came out, and to actually see this movie was phenomenal, and it exceeded my expectations for it. I mean, I'm not gonna be honest.
I did not watch the trailer, so I did not really know what to expect. I know you had told me briefly what it was about Dick Cheney. Yeah. So I had no expectations going into there, but I gotta say it was pretty well done. I love movie about politics, anything politics, and it stirs the pot. Definitely is a conversation starter, and but overall I think it was very well done.
Yes, and I am also gonna say this. I love the dark comedy in this. Like, there's little comedy hints. Like, made me laugh. I was laughing some of the times. I'm just like, oh my god. Be laughing. Yes, I'm just like, dude, this dark comedy was really good. And I am gonna say also recognize Christian Bale. His last performance, guys, on the very last scene of this movie is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, like that last scene of the movie where it's on camera and it gets a little bit closer. I'm loving that so much.
Where he
and
talks
his seriousness
he delivers like a last minute statement to the camera. Kind of recapping everything that happened in the film, and it's pretty well done. Like, you want
to be loved, become a movie star. Like, it just oh my god, like the way he was talking, you want to be loved, become like, it just I loved everything about Christian Bale when he took this role, and wow, it just he really did exceed my expectations on this movie, and I really didn't think he was gonna go above and beyond for that. I mean, not to say that because he's a great actor. Not to say that, I mean, he is Batman, I mean, just he is the Dark Knight. But besides that, I mean, Prestige, I mean, he's a great actor. I just didn't think he was going to be as good as I thought it would have been in this movie. And he was phenomenal in it. I mean, half the time, even in the very beginning, I was just like, that's Christian Bale? Like, wow.
It's very, if you don't know it's Christian Bale going into seeing this, it's very hard because, again, he's changed his appearance, he's gained weight. Dick Cheney, he has like the white hair, as he ages. It's balding. So a lot of makeup, but also it's that like physical change. But again, he does really great.
Yeah, pretty much kind of similar to what Gary Oldman did last year, and he won an Oscar for that, for Best Actor. Pretty much the same thing. I mean, he's a very skinny person, and then they made him look like a big guy. I mean, he looked
he did have to gain weight to portray the size and structure of Dick Cheney, which Dick Cheney wasn't the most fit of people. Obviously, it hints to his medical conditions in the film about his heart condition. So,
and then also we did get Steve Carell in here, which was really good too, because I felt like he needed to. When you have this kind of cast and they don't overshadow each other, that's a great movie. Yes. And
none of them.
They weren't overshadowing each other.
Obviously.
And they're known stars.
Obviously, Christian Bale was a little bit more of the focal point of this film because it is, a biopic about him. But I feel like you're right. None of them were trying to overshadow because these are A-list celebrities: Amy Adams, Steve Carell, Sam Rockwell. So they all have their own magic. They all can, stand out.
Tyler Perry was in here. I mean, you just get these little. I mean, it's a great cast. I loved it so much. Even though you mentioned from American Horror Story, Lily, she's in here as well. I mean, it's just all these. I know you kept mentioning over there. Oh, look, she's American Horror Story. So this cast was phenomenal, and I felt like all their acting was directed very well. And that's when you have a movie that doesn't overshadow each other. I mean, because they're all known stars. When you don't overshadow each other, and the character development is on point for every. I mean, I felt like every single character was developed 100% all the way. We saw them become one thing in the very beginning of the film. Then we got new characters in the mid of of course, the second act of the movie. And then the third act, it just, from those second act people, they became something totally different. And then this first act came all the way to the end, was totally different. You see how they've
changed over the years, the decades. Yes. Not just because, they've, grown and have their own experiences, but you see how they've changed because of working in politics and the government and dealing with all those things that have been happening. Again, this was during George W. Bush, so one of the main focuses was 9/11.
Yes.
And how that kind of turned tides for everything. So you see how all these characters are affected by it and how they've essentially changed by the end of the movie, years after 9/11.
Yes. So many, just so much diverse and everything, especially what's going on in our political world right now. But overall, this was a phenomenal movie.
And I gotta say, I really did like how they not only focused on that past, what happened during, George W. Bush and Dick Cheney's, presidency, but they also tied it to what's, been happening
today
and I appreciated that.
Yeah, I am gonna say that too. I love the combination. It just, Sam Rockwell felt like, he was George W. Bush. I felt like, obviously we're not gonna find the same shape and everything, but it's just phenomenal how it just, that one scene where they're like in the trailer, I love that scene so much. I'm just like, so you're gonna be my running mate? Like, I'm just like, man, that's awesome. Like, dang, that was phenomenal. I loved it. Good job, Sam Rockwell. Good job to the cast and crew, guys. Adam McKay, you did phenomenal. Was this the, obviously, I'm gonna feel like this was the film we deserved, right?
Oh yes, definitely. Any film that focuses on like and explains further more into the past. Yeah, I think we truly need, especially because we all know Dick Cheney, but we don't really know or have anything that goes in depth.
To be honest, I really didn't know too much about Dick Cheney until this movie, so I'm just like, now it makes you go back to research and everything and to figure out who this person was, and so rate 1 out of 10. What are you gonna give?
That's so hard. I want to say it's pretty much like an 8.5 for me.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a solid 9. I'm gonna give it a solid 9 because Christian Bale is, wow, he's phenomenal in this movie. I'm gonna say I'm gonna recommend this movie. You're gonna recommend this movie. Any political person or anyone that wants to shed some light into the political world, check out this movie, guys. I will say this: check out a movie theater near you on Christmas Day, ladies and gentlemen. And so I am actually, when this movie becomes available to buy, I'm actually gonna buy it because I loved Christian Bale in it. I loved all the cast and crew members. Adam McKay. I own The Big Short, so it's only inevitable that I own this one. So I loved it so much.
Yeah, I would definitely have you buy it. You're the one. You have the Prime account. I would definitely buy it. Yeah. I'd tell people to buy it. It's pretty amazing film. I think it's definitely something we definitely
I hope
need
it
to
gets
see.
Oscar recognition.
I'm sure it will. Yeah. If it snagged that many Golden Globes, I am 100% betting that it's gonna at least snag, at least for Christian Bale for Best Director.
Exactly.
Or sorry, Best Actor. Sorry.
Yeah, Adam McKay, Best Director. You never know. Alrighty, guys. As always, I'm your host Ryan D. aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela at that Cat Lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up if you like our review, and be sure to look up our new segments. By the way, guys, we got the Walt Life coming out very soon, ladies and gentlemen. The Walt Life, and then also we have our ACMT Adventures, ladies and gentlemen, where we take you with us across the world. All right, you have yourself a wonderful day. Wake up, wake up.